Please welcome with me Martin Kooij. Martin Kooij has been, he's a local first and foremost. So he's from the Netherlands, and I assume, it's just my third day in the Netherlands ever. I assume that no matter where he's from, he's a 30-minute train ride away.
That's correct.
It's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, it
cool.
is.
And Martin has been previously a researcher, and now he leads a Rust team at Roxys.
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
And Martin has 4 children.
Yeah.
And none of them followed you into programming.
No, so I'm so happy to be here and talk about programming with you. That's why I'm here.
Great. So let's listen to Martin. Please have a big round of applause for Martin.
Hi, yeah, you introduced me well. I was in computer science a long time ago. I've been in some management functions, CTO offices, self-employed work, but now I was thinking when Rust came up, I need to change my path and go back into languages, language designs, working with the people, go back to a team, and I'm the happy team lead of an embedded software team in Roxys that works solely in Rust. So here it's okay, but on other talks I sometimes say, if I look biased towards Rust, you're correct. So, short plug on Roxys. We make robots for hands-free, effortless charging. We have a complete platform, robots, APIs. We work charger neutral, and the control software that's interesting for here is mostly Rust. We do that on Yocto Linux. We also have Rust completely embedded on the bare metal. We use Embassy for that. And if people press me in a corner, yes, we also have some Python and TypeScript running around. So we're in the cinema today. So let's have the full cinema experience. In the beginning, there are some teasers. We will have a short documentary on Rust. We'll have the drama, because I'm not talking only about the technicalities of Rust, but also about the people effects of it, managers and people, and of course the bloopers, which are mostly held for the management aspects for it. So let's do the full cinema experience together. Yeah, so traditional fears in refactoring. Before we start that, has anybody any idea where most cost in the software lifecycle is placed? Well, to give away, it's not during development. It's in the years after it's been deployed, the MVP has been deployed. There are product owners that want new features, customers that want new features, bugs that arise that have to repair. A lot of the costs in software development life cycles are after development. So what do we do in the development? We do some refactoring, but we've all been there, I think. It gives fears. Why? We have this fear, don't touch it, it's not broken. We have some change apprehension. If I look at the daunting effects of changing the code, hidden stress that it gives, because maybe I'm forgetting something. I'm working with other people's code. Or even worse, I'm working with my own piece of code, but in the future me. I don't know why. Why? What dependencies? What smart ideas did I have long time ago? When I do the enhancing, I work around existing code. I try to add on top of the existing code, because changing the existing code is dangerous. Maybe it fall down. Maybe there's one of these pillars there that I took away because I can't remember why I built them. And then, of course, suddenly I find out why. You have active rotting. It gets more and more difficult to change. Yesterday, I had lunch with someone, and he said, well, you know, this piece of software called Finale. It's used by music. My son is a professional musician, and he uses that software to write his music, his sheet music, and it's been abandoned. They can't change it anymore. You can use it, but there will be never any changes, just too difficult. So, how does Rust help? Preaching for the converted here, but maybe you are in a company and you need to explain why Rust is okay or better. Well, it has a lot of language features that safeguards you from the many, and I put it in quotes here, small errors. The errors may be small, but the consequences can be big. And I won't sum them all up. You most know them: enums, matching, lifetimes, mutability, concurrency, avoid special value semantics. I love that also about Rust, the option. A value can just be absent. In many other languages, we are forced to take a special value, like 99. Will I remember next year that 99 was special? Or maybe I come in a circumstance where 99 actually was a normal value. -1, that's another very famous one for error or something. There are no nulls. And of course, we have a consistent ecosystem that really helps to be the same every time you use it. Enums and matching, I have this very bad example, but that's good because it was code I wrote myself. So, but if I add it, it's kind of made simpler, but added from a real example. If I add a state, let's say operational moving from my robot, if I have the match statement, I will immediately get these red squiggles to alert me for the fact that I didn't put any code for that case. So using enums in a way, and match statements, really helps you. Because did you see the posters here? Out? They're so fun. They're so good. I have to compliment the creativity of it. And of course, concurrency with atomic reference counting and reference counting. If I use a reference counted element in my code, and later on I'm refactoring and I'm thinking, let's do this in another thread, then I will be immediately pointed to the fact, hey, reference count, it cannot be sent safely across threads. Please use ARC. Very helpful when refactoring. You don't forget all these small things that add up to big errors. Of course, I saw the arc coming up here as well. So what are the effects? Actually, Rust helps me to read my code later on. Rust is not a write once, read never language. It's a readable language. It helps other people to read my code or other people's code and safely change it. Even if I didn't know about the operational moving, the red squiggles would have told me there is code to be added there. And in the L, it means it's easier to switch teams and to have new hires. I've really seen that the same in our team. We had a new hire. They could work in the team within a month or so, without too much explanation. It's all the same. Everybody knows cargo. Everybody understands Rust. The code base is transparent. Yeah, well, then I also hear when I do the hiring, fighting the borrow checker that's set up. I like to think, and that's a compliment to, I was also do the compiler front-end presentation some, I think 1 or 2 hours ago. And I have to compliment it. I love the compiler. If there are errors, yes, they're nagging me, but they're telling me why and what did I do wrong. I like to see the compiler as a big help as well. Oh. So now, this is technical, semi-technical part of it, but it has effects on the people. Because why are you a developer? Anyone know? Anybody get the greatest time from debugging? Yeah, if so, please It's not a judgment call or anything, but many people I speak, well, some debugging is fun, but chasing a memory leak for 3 months, yeah, you're happy you found it, but they're not the best 3 months of your life. Then technical debt. When you make a shortcut, you often know you make a shortcut and think, oh, maybe I need to refactor later. Do you go to your manager and say, yeah, there's technical debt, we'll put it on the backlog? And your manager says, yeah, okay, we'll put it on the backlog. What happens with the technical debt on the backlog? Okay, yeah, I got here, there is never. Well, it's there. So, also, that means that sometimes you are a bit hesitant to push out your code because you know if there's technical debt in a code, I will never get the time to repair it anymore. So satisfaction of your work is actually higher with Rust. Also fear reduction. The next feature. Previously, you had to work around. You have to work around your old code. You have to cheat or grind through all this rotted code. But refactoring in Rust is actually quite safe. If I refactor something and it compiles, it will probably do exactly the same. You just do, what was it? Type, Stefan. Type trade, and everything is okay again, and readable. And you never have to ask the question, why does it take so long? Well, the real answer is, of course, I'm hiding all my future refactoring before, dear manager, you put it on my backlog. So I think, and there are some people in the team here in the here today, and I think they will say they're happier people because of Rust, but we will probably have to ask them themselves. Management effects. Well, I don't want to skip this one, but let's start with the most important thing that managers talk about, and that's money. Fearless refactoring, it brings down the hard costs. I put an asterisk there because this is my own calculation and I do not have, and I was thinking that in Rust we do not have enough measurements yet, but I saw some talks from internet sources, from Volvo earlier yesterday, from the Android project. We start to collect measurements. Please do that because this will bring us to safer grounds in saying what I say before. Development, basically the same. Unit testing during development, much quicker. During maintenance, goes down by 50%. Upgrades, inclusive to refactoring, are 30% cheaper than normal upgrades. So if you make the total cost calculation, Rust is about 2/3 of the price of any other language I know. Anecdotal proof of that, it's not real proof, but I've managed a lot of technical teams. We did, the last 2 years, with 4 people in the team, work for at least 6. I would normally have hired 6 people. So for management, this is compelling. And am I the only one who says that? Well, it happens to be, this was already in the presentation, that my dear master of ceremonies, Stefan, I picked up an old YouTube video. So I'm not the only one telling
just 3 or 4
this.
developers. With Rust, we were able to write much more stable software. They were rarely confronted with maintenance work, which allowed them to actually work on features.
So it's not only me saying it. I could have called you today, but I thought having this is quite fun. But there's an effect on management as well, because if management doesn't change its behavior, we will be nowhere. So I think with the other big cinema picture, it should be let it go. Let it go. Allow people to refactor little bits to prevent rot. Remove the fear for, what did I do? Remove the fear for technical debt. So also, as yourself as a manager, allow for it. Walk the talk. So I used to be that manager. Hey, it's not broken, don't touch it. Because I knew the costs of people trying to touch all the explain. I go as a manager from, hey team, we're not going to touch the code when it's not broken. I go to, hey team, let's prepare our code for the flawless next step. And also, hey team, we need to ship, stop coding now. We will put the technical debt on the backlog, which is basically, when I had to do that, it always felt like lying. Because I put it on the backlog and really I knew I would never give time and money to do it. I have to change the behavior, but it's possible now. Hey team, we need to ship, stop coding. Next time when we have the next feature, we will do the refactoring before we start the next feature. And actually I gave this talk earlier and Jochem put on the LinkedIn a summary of my talk that I couldn't have made myself. So thank you, Jochem. Make the change easy to make then the easy change. And I thought this was a great way to summarize what's happening with fearless refactoring. So, fearless refactoring. The fun goes up and the costs go down. How good could we have it? So I hope this also helps you in your company or wherever to say, yes, we go to Rust. We will have more fun and we will have less costs. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, thank you so much, Martin. Do we have some questions? Maybe we can get the lights up again?
Yeah, is there a light?
No,
in the
already
cinema?
running. Give me a second, then I can see who's raising their hand. Okay, over there, we have one in the 4th row, I guess. Perfect,
Nice.
good catch.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi.
We are relatively a large company where some of us are trying to adopt Rust in our company. Sometimes when we mention about it, an answer we get is, but Rust is hard to learn. What do you think about that? And thank you for the presentation. I think it was very nice.
No, thank. Yes, I have a very personal opinion on this, and I hope I don't offend anyone. But if you are a good developer and you've struggled some years with C and C++ and memory pointers and objects not being there when you expect them to be there, I would say Rust is not difficult but helpful. But this is my very personal opinion. Just hire the right people.
Right. I always see if I can learn it, well, it can't be that hard. But yeah, do we have another question in the audience? Let's see if there's some hands. Over there, 1st row on the right side.
Throw the box, throw the box. Yes, good catch.
Hi,
Hi.
no booing and hissing, but I'm a manager.
Oh, sure, poor you.
Do you think it's, if you've got an old product which is in C, do you think it's worth having a parallel product in Rust?
Now we go into the business cases of sunk costs and lost investments. Of course, you have to do the calculations right. Mostly the answer is no, because an existing project brings some money. The costs of rotten code can be quite high. So yes, there is a business case for it, but you have to find the business case and defend it till the end. And it's not easy. And sometimes you just have to also, there are products that are out there that have their software, so don't take on a lost cause. That would be my advice.
All right. Any more questions? Do I see some hands? Over there, first row in the middle. Second row, sorry. Cool.
Well, we can do the basketball here. That's it.
Well, I even have my glasses still, so. You showed a few features of the Rust language
Yes.
that help you there.
Yeah.
Did I miss the data flow checks? Because from my personal experience, refactoring,
Yeah.
it also, the compiler helps you by finding the dead ends. And after refactoring, some ends are dead. So you just delete them.
Yeah.
But did you mention that? Or
No, I didn't. To be honest, yeah, I forgot about it, and I was pointed out today. I forgot another one. Let's put it this way, and protect myself. I ran out of space.
Good, thank you. Where does this go?
No slides left anymore. Yeah. All right. Do we have some more questions? Let's see. We do still have a little bit of time. But yeah, if we don't, I guess Martin will be here for the rest of the day, so you can catch up on him and discuss everything about refactoring project management. So the managers anonymous are meeting outside at 4. And one thing that I wanted to say, to me, it's really funny that the software for musician that has been abandoned is called Finale.
Yeah.
So they kind of had it coming.
Yes.